I have a specific order, and he is not to come within 100 of me or my residence.
When she was here with you, that was violating the same order.
By the way, just after they served him at the police station with my order of protection, and he still came here. So do you see my dilemma?
Yep, I understand. So
I broke into his father's apartment yesterday while he was still at the hospital after he was served with my papers, and he was already served a year ago, by the way, up in Burlington. He was already served, so he knew that he has an order of protection. But they reserved him my papers, and he broke in and stole some stuff from his father, and then when he saw his father walking down the road, he threw him at him, and a car ran over it.
Okay, and this was all yesterday.
This is not safe. We're not safe.
So this was all yesterday.
Yeah, this happened yesterday.
Okay. All right. And the order is between you and your son.
There's two different incidents here. Yeah, Casey has I have an order over about a year ago. I got an order because he tried to kill me. I have a full order, okay? His father happens to live in the same complex as me here at Hayes Court.
Okay.
And he's on a bottom floor apartment with an open window that doesn't lock, and Casey and him got into a fight evidently yesterday, and he wouldn't leave, so I guess Gary pushed him out the door, and then Casey started beating him up, and they didn't charge Casey because Gary tried to push him out the door, which was so ridiculous because he was terrorizing him. But anyway,
Just real
Gary
quick.
got the order of protection.
I woke up, my dad was on the computer, I went and sat next to him. I was just like thinking about what to say, and I remembered he got a loan for $2,000 from his neighbor. He had given a guy $1,000 of that $2,000 for a car, and he was going to give him the other $2,000 a week later. The car broke down 3 days later.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, have you thought about taking the car to the mechanic for $50 before paying him the other $2,000? And he went, don't fucking tell me what to do. So I was like, I'm just going to leave. I got up and walked away, and my dad pushed me as hard as he could. He got up, ran at me, and pushed me into a wall. So I swung back, bam, got him in the eye. He stood there staring at me, angry. And I was like, I'm going to leave.
See you later, bye, yeah.
I went to leave. I opened the door. I'm out the door. My dad sprints out, tackles me, grabs me by the hair, throws us both down, and is choking me.
Yeah.
I'm standing above him at this point. I'm like, stop. And he's like, how does it feel? I was like, I love you, you idiot.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. So I'm like, I'm going to put my thumb over your eyes, and I'm not going to stop pushing till you let go. And he wouldn't. So eventually I bent his finger back, and then he took off and ran. I waited for like 5 seconds, grabbed my stuff, and left. Went up the road, and
I'm listening.
I feel like the police was in the morning. But I knew my mom was going to call.
Yeah.
So I called them immediately and said, my mom is going to lie to you. I want you to understand that. And I hope you can tell by how I sound I'm not what she's going to make me out to be, and that she's done this for a long time. So they gave my dad, and my dad said I beat him up, and he tried his best to stop me from tormenting him, and that I just beat him senseless.
Right.
He also told the police he had a stroke, and I don't think he had a stroke because he was riding his bike around the next day.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about that, but he told them I caused him to have a stroke. And my mom was saying I beat him up and all this stuff. The thing is that I don't remember if you remember any of the conversation we had, but she filed the order in 2022.
Yes.
Pretty much, I didn't talk to her for 2022. I talked to her sometimes.
Yeah.
Like she messaged me, but I never reached out to her.
No.
Not really. Not that I can remember. Maybe like, if she commented on my YouTube live, maybe I'd respond to her or something.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. But I know that every now and then she would call the police and have me arrested for that. And she'd continue to, say I'd get arrested, and she'd see me getting arrested, she would just call my phone. So I'm on the phone with her while I'm being arrested for calling her. and she calls me right in front of the cops.
Yeah.
And is explaining. Right. So, but I just wanted to get your opinion. Like, doesn't she really sound like she's trying to make you seem like she cares?
Me?
Yeah, like when she talks to you.
Yes. Yes. She's definitely trying to convince me of something when she calls me. And I get it. I mean, when someone panics, that is what they do. They do panic. And they do try to kind of talk you into it. Oh fuck. And that's okay. That's okay. But the reality of it is, that's not necessarily what has to happen. What has to happen is that um, you need to, because she's so involved with it emotionally, she needs to just present facts. And we have to sort it out, which is not easy sometimes because they really believe that we need to, buy into this. It needs to be our problem. When really, I don't have a restraining order on you. I wasn't there for that. It's hearsay for her to even say that. Your dad didn't call in.
Mm-hmm.
You can go visit your dad. You might be in the same complex,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 100 feet from her residence.
It's supposed to be 50 feet.
Okay.
And then I know what 50 feet looks. I mean,
I don't know how far away there. I mean, this is 50 feet.
if I'm 6 feet tall,
This is 50 feet.
hopefully.
My dad's house is 24 by 40 feet long. This is
So
this is
you would say
building.
from here to the room
the end of the
11.
bathroom. Yeah,
So I was further than that.
yeah.
I was standing on the sidewalk, and
I mean,
my aunt.
are all of these cases coming in right now? Like, what do you have coming up for court cases right now?
I have that, the VAPO,
What's VAPO?
violation of abuse prevention order.
Okay.
I had the instance.
For with your mom.
Yeah, I had the instance with trespassing on Vermont State, and I had the charge with the barn,
Mm-hmm.
which was I walked in and bought a charger, and then somehow, even though I was offered a receipt, my card was never charged, and then they said it was stolen. So we're thinking that she just called in and said, cancel that charge, and then she called the
Well,
police.
your card will be able to tell them that.
No,
So-
my card says, even though I paid and I was offered a receipt, you can see on camera the receipt was printed out, and they offered it to me, and then they threw it out. So that went through. The whole thing went through. My Cash App never got the
They
charge.
offered you a receipt?
Because I paid for it, typed in my numbers. They said, would you like a receipt? I said no, and then I said, because we were talking about drama, and I said, I kind of like drama, it makes you stronger, and then I walked out. Or I
Okay.
said it builds character.
So you have this trespassing, right?
No, that's the college. And then both of those, because I called Lamonda and told him he's a decrepit chode sucking up to a pretentious pussy that barks at me like a chihuahua, and if he had any semblance of integrity left as a man, he should understand that I'm the victim and that I've done much better than most people would in my situation, and that you should just fire yourself. And then all of a sudden the next day my charges got dropped.
Okay, so we have a trespassing in Vermont College.
Yeah.
The barn.
And that was dropped after I told Lamonda he was a decrepit.
Trespassing was dropped.
And the barn, because in the courtroom the judge was yelling at me, and I just talked over him until he stopped, and I said, I'm just explaining to you that we have 3 other instances of the barn lying about me, and that if you called the manager Nate, who's willing to step up to bat, he said, for me, because she's done this, he'll tell you that this has happened to other people before. And I said,
Okay.
And then the judge wouldn't answer me, so I said, let me make sure the prosecution heard me. And the prosecution went silent. The guy that makes fun of my content on the internet, he went silent, so I knew it hit him. And then after I talked to Lamonda, the charges were dropped, so I no longer have to go to Orange County at all.
Okay, so but this violation of relief of abuse is in Wyndham.
Yeah, in this instance is
And this is from 2 years ago, and you still have to go to court?
Yeah.
When's the date?
Friday.
This Friday.
Friday at 2:30. And this was just that my aunt was in my mom's house. I stayed outside the distance, and I called in to my aunt, not outside the window. I just stood outside and said, Melissa. And then my mom ran to the window and blocked Melissa. And all I said to her is that I am not allowed to speak.
Do you have the WebEx stuff for Wyndham?
Nah, yeah, at 4 o'clock I'm calling my new lawyer because they've all resigned.
All right. I can be here for some of it. I have to leave here by like 3:15 that day. On Friday, I'll be back, but I have to leave. So,
I might be able to do it on my phone.
oh, you can do it here. You can
Okay.
do it here. I think Linda will be here, and Erica will be here. And so that should be fine. We'll set you up to do that in there.
Okay. Can I just get your kind of opinion on my mom here?
What do you want?
I just want you to hear how
Yeah,
extensive.
well, play it, yeah.
How extensive she gets.
The judge just granted it.
Okay.
So that will be coming to your office, to the police station. So do you understand my dilemma is we have two different things going on here. He violated my order yesterday by coming here, but she's not allowed to come near me or my apartment. So I want him violated. But I didn't want to do that in case Gary didn't get the order. And I'll tell you why. Because I am scared of my son. We are scared. We're afraid to do anything to make him angry. Because he'll kill us. He wants us dead, he said. So I have to be moved. Housing actually paid to move me to an upper floor apartment. Because Casey tried twice to break into my apartment.
I never did
He broke
that.
into his father's yesterday and stole stuff.
Okay.
So Gary's not safe. So I didn't want to go ahead with the order to violate him till I knew Gary was safe.
Okay.
Because if you guys arrest him and let him out immediately, if you don't think he's coming for us, you're dumb. Because he is. So we have to be protected.
Okay. So can you tell me the names of the people who saw him in your apartment yesterday?
Melissa, and it's Grabowski, spelled Hrabovsky.
Okay.
And then, believe it or not, one of his friend's mother lives here, and grandmother, in the next building, and he ran into him. And his name is Dakota, and I'm going to have to look on Facebook, and when somebody comes or calls me, I'll give you his last name. Because I'm a wreck.
She's trying to get my old best friend to tell on me.
What'd you say?
Do you have their phone numbers?
Melissa, 780-7654.
And that's an 802 number?
Yeah, that's Melissa. Now, Melissa's my best friend, and she came running as soon as we knew Gary got beat up. So she was here. I was lucky she was here when Casey came back. After the minute he got out of the police station, he came right here.
Yeah.
And as far as Dakota, no, I don't have his
I
phone
was
number.
supposed to see my aunt, and I was supposed to go to her house, but when I got there, she wasn't there, and it was locked, and she was with my mom. I don't see how.
You should have called.
Yeah.
We might have camera footage of her coming in the building.
I don't think I have phone service. At the time, I didn't have phone service. I barely had any money, but I came back to see my dad on his birthday, because his is the 10th.
And she won't be home till 9:30, so you could try to call her. But like I said, if you serve Casey with those papers, that he has an order of protection against his father.
And you weren't here for this whole conversation.
I wasn't in the station. I was hanging out with my aunt, and we were all eating McDonald's together, and this was happening.
Casey's gonna kill him. He's gonna get killed. He's so stupid. He should be in his apartment. Casey is not safe. And I don't think because Gary's a man, he gets it, but
Okay. And
remember, I can't worry about everybody. I'm safe. Hey, I'm safe.
you live at 39 Garfield, number 6?
I got an order of protection, and they moved me to an upper apartment where he can't break in.
Okay, and then the order that, like, your previous residence, like, your actual residence is 39 Garfield, number 6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I was 43 Garfield Drive. Actually, I want to see on this order. Hopefully they put my new address, because that could be an issue, right?
She said at one point that nobody wants me around and they all hate me. I think we talked over it.
I don't see an address, so. But I have an order here.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so as far as the order that got approved today, once that's served on him, we can handle that. Where is Casey at now?
He is at my friend's house, and it's, I believe it's 10. Oh, she just sent it to me, and I didn't write it down. 10 Third Level Drive, which is the first building when you go in.
So
to Third
I'm
Level
playing video games with my cousin and
Drive.
hanging out with my family, and the whole time she's sending them her address to have the police show up.
Apartment 97.
And I didn't violate the abuse prevention order.
And that is whose apartment is that?
Now that is Melissa Grabowski's apartment.
Okay, all right.
Casey is staying overnight there. She doesn't want him there, but he grew up with her. It's my best friend. So, he's never threatened her, but she doesn't really want him there, but she doesn't know how to get him to go.
This was the first time I'd seen my family in years,
So anyway,
and they welcomed me into the apartment, and they never said that they wanted me gone.
There, but he's right down the road, and he keeps telling her he wants to go see his father. So he keeps saying he's going to his father's, and she won't be home. So nobody's there to stop him.
That's a lie.
So we already got the order of protection. His father got that. That will come through your office. Now we need to get started on the violation so that they can maybe be served at the same time.
Yep, we can work on that. So, just say your first and last name for me, please.
Mine,
Yes.
Victoria Marshall,
Okay, and what's your birthday?
January 25th, 1967.
All right, and Victoria, do you swear that everything you told me is the truth, are the pains, penalties, perjury?
Absolutely.
And do you understand that lying to a law enforcement officer is a crime?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm going to reach out to Melissa and go from there, okay?
Keep in touch with me or come here. You guys are welcome to come here.
Okay, and what apartment number are you in right now?
I'm in number 6. I'm 39, building 39, Garfield Drive, first building when you come in.
So that's moved to. What was your old one?
Here's apartment 6.
What was your old apartment number? Number.
That was 43, which is 2 buildings down.
Okay, that was number 2.
43 Garfield Drive, apartment 2.
2. Okay, all right. All right.
That's Naoma.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
The only thing she said that was true in the interaction was that I was at my aunt's house.
There's somebody out in the front that's waiting for the computer too.
You're good.
And I gotta get into this meeting.
Has she tried to reach out to you at all since?
This summer was the last time. And because I didn't answer, she panicked. And I got a message on my personal phone. July 22nd.
I didn't give her your phone number. I don't know how
She had my work number. She can find my work stuff.
Okay.
Casey has court tomorrow for Lamoille. It says 10:45 now, not 1 p.m. I said, Casey's no longer working with me. Please tell me it's not because of me. I said, I think it's because you had the police check on him a few months ago. And that was when he asked not to work with me again. And I'm assuming he thinks you and I are talking. And she wrote, damn it. So that was it.
I have.
Casey has court right now for Lamoille, hopefully online. I pray he was informed. Oh, here it is. It was May 23rd. I'm speaking to Barry State Troopers. It's not normal for Casey to be offline this many days. If you know he's alive, please tell me. He hates cops. I'd rather not involve them, but I'm very concerned. And I wrote, that was at 7 o'clock, and the police had called me on my personal cell phone because they have my numbers. And it's a Friday, so I was working at the pizza shop, and I got a call from Vermont State Police. And I did write her back. I said, I spoke to the police this evening. Please do not contact me anymore. I do not have permission from Casey to talk to you. And then 5 days later, Casey has court right now. Hopefully online, I pray he was informed.
Yeah.
And then, she contacted me a couple more times. And Casey has court tomorrow, and that's when I said he's no longer working with me. I don't know why, but please don't contact me anymore.
I just wanted to break from everything.
It's okay.
It felt
rough. I didn't like it either.
It felt bad. Didn't like what?
Your mom. I was done with it too. She's not here. She's not doing this with you, and that's okay. I get that she's a concerned mom, but also you're also an adult.
Yeah.
And you have your own choices to make. And I'm sure she would love to help you make those choices. I would love to help make choices for other people too. But I don't get to make those choices for people. Half the time I don't make the right one for myself. And it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But your mom doesn't get to contact me.
The rest of my family's just as bad.
I mean, I only met her that one time. I couldn't even tell you what she looked like, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to upload this, but it's taking a while. Who's out there?
Another gentleman in a white shirt that wants to use a computer.
Okay, yeah. Yesterday, he gave it up for me. And he told me he was hacking me. What else? I have a video. The question I have is, if I'm not there for my mom, and she runs out and blocks contact, and and the only thing I say is that I'm not allowed to speak with her, that's the violation. I violated because I opened contact. I should have.
You should just not open contact. If you can block her in any way, shape, or form, that'd be great. I know nothing about how to do that on YouTube. I mean, obviously, I would not answer any phone calls from her.
Yeah.
Because she will use them against you, and you don't want that.
I mean, she said she would testify that she lied under oath, but I doubt that she'll do it.
Hold my hand on my ass for that.
Yeah.
But, that's totally up to you.
Well, the police have known for a long time. They suggested that I just talk to her and have her call. In order to help my cases so I don't get jail time for it.
If you think that helps, great. I mean, it's your judgment call on what to or not to believe of her.
I don't understand why the prosecution would. It's been 2 years now. I've been in court for 3 years. 4 years. I've been in court for almost 4 years.
It's a lot.
And all it was is somebody bumped into me in the hallway. My dad was drunk outside my house screaming. I didn't open the door for him. Called the police and said I was going to kill myself. I hadn't spoken to him in months. So the police broke into my apartment, stormed into my room to see me, and the first thing the cop did was spit, and it hit my face.
Right.
Not spit, but sneeze.
Right.
So I was legitimately, no bullshit, even if it sounds dramatized, I was seriously sick, and I thought that it was like high school meetings, because that's the only government meeting I went to other than DCF.
Right.
And in DCF, if I missed court for DCF, I would not be arrested.
Right.
So I assumed that it was just like, if you miss it, you call with why, and it's reasonable. It doesn't waste anybody's time because everybody there's there anyway.
Right.
So I figured they would just reschedule it for a week later and I'd go. I didn't want to look nuts and look sick and walk downtown Brattleboro in front of everybody.
Fair.
So I called them and told them that a half hour before the court hearing, and the clerk's office kept hanging up on me and saying, like, we can't do anything. Can't do anything. No. And I'm like, please drop. Eventually, back then I was very nice, but at the end of it, the real me came out. And I was like, can you drop your attitude, please? And just get your supervisor. And the supervisor hung up on me. Yeah. So Do you think my lawyer, who was in the courtroom, not responding to her number when I'm texting her, do you think that when they asked to get the warrant, do you think she's responsible because she didn't strike the warrant? She didn't tell me I had a warrant?
I mean, I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Did she know? Did she know?
She was in the courtroom when they issued the warrant, and then she had to have checked her phone and seen all my messages, and then just chose not to reply to me.
Yeah.
So then maybe a couple weeks go by, and I'm evicted from my apartment because the cops kept getting called because my neighbor was filing noise complaints.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's
I'm not sure how that would pan out, but perhaps.
Yeah. I have 8 minutes left on this.
Well, and don't forget that guy's waiting for it too.
Yeah, it's 7 now. I'm trying to shake my mouse hoping that does anything. But so your guy cannot find 2022 February or March.
Because it hasn't been submitted to the court.
They had pending charges for that for 3 years. So
if it's not attached to a court thing.
Okay.
If it wasn't submitted as evidence, he can't see it.
It was submitted as evidence, but then the charges were dropped 3 years later.
Then if it's
Okay.
dropped, it's closed
Okay.
and he can't see it.
Okay.
He can get a summary, but I don't think he'll be able to see the video because he couldn't see anything.
Okay.
That's what he told me this morning.
Okay. Tammy said the woman in Brattleboro said that I think you were there, right? Were you there when Tammy called? I was talking to somebody. She said for my mom's phone call where she calls the police and lies would be $20. She said the body cam footage for one officer would be $40.
I mean, if they're looking to get that for your case, why aren't they getting that?
I have to speak to my lawyer at 4.
Okay.
I think I just missed the bus.
What time is the bus come?
I don't know. You printed it out for me. I thought it was I think it's 2:30.
Oh, that was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Which is tough, I guess. I like walking. I just like it better when I smoked cigarettes. But yeah, do you, I mean, I have Parcel Viewer. I don't know what app you use that you were able to see mic drop. When I look at Parcel Viewer, I cannot find whatever app you use. I can't find who owns it.
Parcel Viewer.
Okay. Could we periodically check to see when the new owners have taken?
Are you sure there's a new owner?
He said he wants me out because he's selling the property.
Well, that doesn't mean there's a new owner or a sale date.
So, I have 4 minutes left on this. If you look, cabin is there. In November, Kirk is coming to grab me and take me up to Morrisville, and I'm gonna have to be up there for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I'm just waiting on birth certificate. Do you think you guys would be able to help me get a birth certificate and social security card?
I don't know about a social security. We can try right now to do a social security card, but I can't guarantee how long it will take for it to get here because the government shut down.
If the government shut down, you can't get social security card?
I don't know. It might take a little bit longer. It depends what offices are open.
Okay.
You can set up a My Social Security account, and that's the easiest way, and they'll mail it.
Okay. My social security account mail it. I need the birth certificate for that. And then I'm confused on how much it costs.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Are you taking that back out to the lobby?
Yeah, I just have 15 seconds.
I'm not gonna start making calls. Bless you. Bless you.
I'm gonna let everybody see it. I don't really care. What they're trying to. They said the conviction. All that Morrisville wants to do is have a permanent thing on my record that I spit.
Possibly.
That I spit on a cop.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why can't we just, like the scales of justice, you have that spitting on the cop, and then you have every single capstone has these community service hours listed. Chandler,
Yeah.
high school, CVOEO.
I got some tissues over there.
Thank you. All these places with people that I've literally saved, like I've saved people's lives. Not to brag, but I've dragged people through the snow to a heater. I've saved people that were raped and dumped out of trap houses. I've done a lot. I was thinking, why can't we just have that list and weigh that list against spitting on a cop and just have it dismissed?
Right.
So
I agree.
my lawyer's looking into, are they allowed to get into the tent and grab me if they have a warrant? So if they have a warrant, and let's just say they identified me, even though I didn't respond to them saying my name, but it's kind of hard to dispute that at this point because they said it 6 times, and I mentioned TD Bank.
Right.
Well,
Right.
can I, is that grounds to arrest is my question.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm not an
Yeah.
attorney. Those are things I don't necessarily know. I mean, it's definitely something you can, I mean, if they're pressing charges, they can try it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it sticks or flies, you know what I mean? That's something you have to figure out.
Yeah.
Is that me printing that out?
Okay.
That's my advice. If they tell you that they're going to arrest you, I suppose it is. If they give you a court date, you have to show up.
Yeah. Do you have a trash can? I can throw it out there too.